Luke, it's really good to see you. I am really excited about today's topic. 4 reasons you should consider a Roth conversion now. We've talked about many times the importance of tax diversification, which is why a lot of people should just consider a Roth, but we're going to walk through several timely topics. And first is that we are living in a historically low tax rate right now, and people should take advantage of it.
Yeah, I think it's often difficult to get your mind wrapped around the fact of the taxes might be on maybe on sale right now. We might be in discount tax rates. When you look at the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, has put us into relatively some of the lowest tax brackets we may ever see, and some of the lowest tax brackets we've ever seen in U.S. history. So is it a good time to do Roth conversions when you do know what the tax brackets are and you know that they're relatively competitive? Many people would say yes.
Right, good point. And I think the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act cuts are set to sunset in 2025, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So now to our second point here, the silver lining to everybody's depreciated portfolios right now. Make that conversion and then allow that growth to happen tax-free.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people know 2022, not only for stocks, but bond funds as well, was a tough year to say the least. And so, as your account balances are all kind of, coming down with market performance, I always kind of like to visualize it as, okay, your Roth IRA and your IRA are coming down. What a perfect time to shift money over from the IRA to the Roth IRA, because the goal is ultimately to regrow your assets to where they were and then continue to grow them into the future. So why not regrow them in your tax-free bucket versus growing them back in your tax-deferred bucket?
Right. And then our next consideration here, this is something that we've talked about now for a while, the possible elimination of the backdoor Roth strategy. Essentially, high income earners are prohibited from contributing to Roth accounts, so they use this strategy called the backdoor Roth. Congress has talked about several times getting rid of that. So do we do it now before it's on the chopping block again?
Yeah, so congressionally, this has been under discussion for some time. And basically, the idea would be to eliminate Roth conversions for the quote unquote ultra high income earning, brackets. So, like you said, the people that are already phased out of the incomes for doing Roth contributions can still do Roth conversions. I just think there's a tendency when you look at different congressional decisions that sometimes it would start as something like that, and then all of a sudden it might become sweeping legislation that just eliminates Roth conversions as a whole. So it's hard to know what Congress is going to decide or what the future is going to hold politically, but it is something that's already being discussed. So it may make 2023, a more desirable time to maybe do a sizable Roth conversion.
I see. And then our fourth point here is about legacy planning and then the recent headline of the Secure Act. Have changes in the Secure Act made Roth conversions more attractive?
Yeah, I think that it has. The Secure Act, one of the major provisions would be if you're leaving IRA assets to a second generation beneficiary, they only have a 10-year window now to distribute those assets. So that's piling up quite a bit of taxable income onto your beneficiaries. Whereas if you're getting that money to a Roth previously, then they don't have to worry about paying taxes on those distributions, and it may not hurt them as bad from a tax standpoint. The other side of it would be with the Secure Act, pushing back the required minimum distribution age is a two-sided coin. One, it gives you more of a window to do some of that Roth planning, which is a good thing. But on the other side of it, it's also another extra couple years to grow IRA assets, which could result in higher required minimum distributions. So, taking advantage of that change in the RMD age as your income's a little bit lower and you don't have to take required minimum distributions yet, a perfect time to, implore that conversion strategy.
Right. I really value being able to have this conversation with you, and it helps kind of underscore the fact that the sooner you can have these conversations with a professional, the better. So, if somebody has questions about any of these strategies that we've talked about, or maybe if a Roth conversion is right for them, what's the best way to reach you?
Sure, yeah. They can always reach us by phone, 937-498-1128. Call into our office here in Sydney, or go to our website, iconberryretirement.com. You can schedule an appointment there, and we'd be happy to see you.
All right. Luke, thank you.
Thank you.